What is up, legends? Martin the Legend with another magic trick. Today it's something different. Today it's a math magic trick, which is kind of awesome. I'm just trying to give you guys some more to work with. This one is it works every single time. We can do it twice just to make sure that it works every single time. The second time I will be doing the tutorial, but we will be using different numbers. So what you would do is you would write a prediction, or not a prediction, your pick, and I'm just going to write it so you don't see. And then you would fold it up and place it away so the spectator can't see it. Then you would ask the spectator. Obviously I don't have a spectator here today, so we are just going to be using, I'm going to know the number, but let's say you tell the spectator they can choose any number between 1 and 9. Let's say they go for 4. Then you would say, okay, but you won't know this number obviously. Then you would say, take that number that you have, multiply it by 2. Okay, so then they would do this in their head. If they need a calculator, they can get a calculator. And you would tell them, okay, so then you take that number, add 2. Then they would take that number and they would multiply it by 5. And then they would take that number and subtract 2. And the number they got would be 48. So then you would tell them that what is their number? You don't even need to know. You can find out by just looking at this what their number was. Because your number is 8, that means their number must obviously be 4. Okay, so I'm going to do it one more time, and this time I'll be doing it with sort of like a tutorial. So let's just draw this off, and now I'm going to explain how it works. So you pick a number anywhere between 1 and 9. So let's say for argument's sake, we would pick 5. Okay, then this one your spectator won't know about that, but for the tutorial purpose, I'm going to let you guys see that. Then you tell your spectator to do the same, pick a number between 1 and 10. They would pick, say for instance, in this case, they would pick 6. I won't know this, but for this case, I would know this because I'm teaching you guys how to do this. Then you would tell them, take that number they picked, multiply it by 2. So this part always stays the same. This part always stays the same. Then they would take that number and they would add 2. This part also always stays the same. Then they would take that number and multiply by 5. So this one also always remains the same, and that number would obviously be 70. Now is where the trick comes in. You know what your number is. So you would tell them to take this number and minus, yes, a little bit of a sum for you to do in your head, 10 minus your number. So that would be 5 minus 5 equals 65. And there we go, a 6 and a 5. If you remember here, I had 8, so I took 10 minus 8 and I got to 2. That's the only part of the trick that doesn't stay the same. The rest of the sum is always the same. It's always times 2 plus 2 times 5 and then minus 10 minus your number that you picked. And then it will always get, and you can choose how to do the reveal as however you feel fit, and it will always be those two numbers. So if you enjoyed the math trick and want to see more math tricks, hit me up in the comment section and I will make that happen. Okay, make a couple of requests for math tricks and I will definitely make that happen. But until next time, as always, don't forget to leave me one of these. It really means the world to me. And apart from that, don't forget to smash the subscribe button. It really helps the channel out a ton. But until next time, Martin the Legend. Peace!